What's good, YouTube? It's Zach, and today we got NFL Week 6 power rankings. Hope everyone's having an amazing day so far. Week 5 shook up these power rankings severely, so let's take a look. In the honorable mention category, we have the New England Patriots, who did get a great win over the division rival Buffalo Bills, but there is a lot of turnovers that are giving me a cause of concern, mainly Ramondre Stevenson, which is why I have the Patriots only as an honorable mention for now. Second honorable mention for right now I have is the Seattle Seahawks, who I do believe are slightly better than the New England Patriots, but they have to drop a little bit just because they did lose. I think I had number 9 last week. Sam Darnold in this offense is clicking on all cylinders, but I have main cause of concern for this secondary, not even their front seven. Their secondary needs to be able to stop severely pass-heavy teams. They couldn't stop the Bucs last week. They almost did, and then Darnold had a very costly interception. So Seahawks are my second honorable mention. And my final honorable mention we have is the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are coming off the bye week. And it's always really hard to rank teams that just had a bye week. But the Steelers are leading the supposedly heavy AFC North. I mean, the Bengals and the Ravens and the Browns are all just self-destructing in massive quantities. But the Steelers, as long as their defense can keep improving, the offense will give you 21 points, and that should be enough for them to win a lot of games. Also, quick shout out to the Washington Commanders. I only do 3 honorable mentions. It was between them and the Steelers. I decided to give the nod to the Steelers since the Commanders did lose to the Falcons, which is absolutely diabolical. But let's hop into number 10. Coming at number 10, we have the Denver Broncos, coming off a huge comeback win over the reigning Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. Bo Nix, I still do not like him as a quarterback. He cannot complete 60% of his passes, but he does have a decent deep ball. The run game with J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey is looking pretty solid. Their defense is finally starting to come together, and I think Nick Bonito had 2.5 sacks, 6 as a team in total against the Eagles last week. And Broncos coming in at number 10. Number 9 spot, I have the Green Bay Packers, also coming off the bye week. Their last image on the league is pretty funny, to be honest, losing to the Cleveland Browns and then tying the Dallas Cowboys at 40-40. They really needed this bye week. They have a lot of injuries they're dealing with themselves. I saw that Christian Watson may be returning soon. I mean, he did just tear his ACL somewhere in like the middle point of last season. So it's good to see that the Packers are getting healthy. They should be dominating the Bengals. I think they play the Bengals this upcoming week, so make sure you pick them for your survivor pool. But yeah, Packers coming in at number 9. At the number 8 spot, I have the Los Angeles Rams. They did drop a little bit in my rankings because they did lose to the second string San Francisco 49ers last Thursday Night Football in one of the better games of the NFL season so far. Matthew Stafford in this offense is still cooking on all cylinders, but the Rams defense, man, they really got to tighten some things up here because this defense underperformed. I know, and Mac Jones was banged up, so shout out to Mac Jones on that Thursday Night Football game. But they didn't have Juwan Jennings, Brandon Ayuk, obviously. Deebo Samuel went to Washington. Ricky Pearsall, and I think there was George Kittle, right? So their whole offense, shout out to the 49ers, who are actually going to be coming up here shortly. And Rams, you guys got to turn it around. As I preluded, coming in at number 7, I have the San Francisco 49ers. I couldn't deny them anymore. And yes, even though they are not healthy by any stretch of the imagination, they need to be in the top 10. I don't know if they'll ever crack the top 5 for me unless they start out like 6 or 7-1. It's just because they're so injured, man. If they were 100% healthy, they would for sure be in the top 5 right now. Fred Warner is still a stud holding down that defense. And Mac Jones, like I said, played maybe the best game of his NFL career. Make sure to check out those highlights from last Thursday if you didn't get the chance to. But yes, 49ers coming in at number 7. Number 6, the team that I couldn't pre-record this video, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars absolutely destroying the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't care about the final score. The Jaguars were dominating pretty much the whole point of the game. Trevor Lawrence still has a big turnover issue, but they were able to get the job done. They got a defensive score in that one. I had the Chiefs defense last night in fantasy, kind of wishing they got that score. But Jaguars making the AFC South looking pretty good here, and they come in at the number 6 spot. At number 5, we have Indiana Jones. Yes, they did just destroy the Las Vegas Raiders, who might be a Division III college squad right now, but Jonathan Taylor pulling out the hat trick, getting 3 scores in this one. Daniel Jones still completing around 70% of his passes, and this defense is proving to be legit. We'll have to wait and see who they play next week. I know the Vikings are on a bye in week 6. I do not know who the other team is. It might be the Colts for all I know. And yeah, Indiana Jones bringing this team to relevance, and they come in at number 5. Now, these next four teams, I'm almost willing to bet anything that all one of these four teams are going to win the Super Bowl. Coming in at number 4, we have the Buffalo Bills, who coming off a rough division loss on Sunday Night Football against the New England Patriots. I'm not worried about the Bills' offense at all. Josh Allen will get this team down the field, even if there's 11 people on him, dragging him back to their own end zone. But Josh Allen doesn't take no for an answer. This defense is absolutely putrid, cannot stop a cold right now, let alone the coronavirus. But yeah, dude, the Bills, they're in a really easy division. They'll be in there when it comes late January. At the number 3 spot, I have the Detroit Lions. I would have had them at number 2 if they didn't let Jamar Chase go crazy in the fourth quarter. But Lions are still a pretty good football team, kind of in a similar tier as the Buffalo Bills. But obviously, I'm taking the Lions offense over the Buffalo Bills offense. The defense is a kind of mixed bag. I mean, the Lions do have Aiden Hutchinson, so maybe that gives the Lions favor in that department. I still don't believe Jared Goff can lead a team to the Super Bowl, but win a Super Bowl. He did it with the Rams all those years ago, that 13-3 thriller against Tom Brady's team. You know how I feel about Tom Brady on this channel. But it's not about Tom Brady. It's about the Detroit Lions earning the number 3 spot. Coming in at number 2, we had the Philadelphia Eagles coming off a loss to the Denver Broncos at the last second. They had this game, and then they blew this game. All 18 points being scored in the fourth quarter. Jalen Hurts, and maybe it's the offensive coordinator, but Jalen Hurts needs to start throwing the football to A.J. Brown instead of the turf monster. Saquon Barkley only had 6 carries for 30 yards in this game. That's absolutely a fireable offense. Fire the offensive coordinator. Nick Sirianni, you might be next. You know how Eagles fans get. They come in at number 2. And for the first time this season, at the number 1 spot, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I didn't think they were 4-1. I originally had them at number 4 before starting this recording, but they are 4-1 along with the Eagles, Lions, and Bills, and they did just beat the Seahawks, which are a pretty good football team in my opinion. This offense could go down to be one of the best offenses in recent NFL history. Baker Mayfield just dotting up Offensive Rookie of the Year, Emeka Egbuka. Mike Evans is going to come back. Chris Godwin still trying to get his way back into the rotation. Tristan Wirfs, one of the better offensive linemen in the NFL. And their defense is actually looking to be slightly above average. If the Buccaneers have a 10 to 15 ranked defense or anything higher, they're probably going to win the Super Bowl. Baker Mayfield got to be front runner for MVP right now. Buccaneers come in at number 1. And that's all I have for you today. Let me know in the comment section below if you agree, you disagree, or I should be banned off my own YouTube channel. It's okay. I've been told worse. But yeah, other than that, I hope everyone has an amazing Tuesday, and I'll see you all tomorrow for NFL Week 6 predictions with my guy, the Cringy Gamer. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.